What's up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Customs. Today I am pleased to announce that I am now going to begin building the 1/100 scale MSN 06S Sinanju. This is the OVA version of the Sinanju from the Unicorn Gundam OVA movie series. The original Sinanju that was released a few years ago was the Sinanju version Katoki, and many people liked it. I've seen many of the. I've seen two versions of this. I saw the original version and the titanium version, and at one point, I remember one time I thought I was going to get the titanium version at a very decent price, but I missed out on it. And the titanium version is really expensive, along with the Unicorn. But the OVA version, of course, was introduced mainly for the sole purpose of correcting certain issues that arisen from the original high-grade version of the Katoki. So I said, you know what? I think it's probably a good idea to pick this guy up now because it was at a decent price. I'd never had the Sinanju, and I thought this would be a good time to get it. Now there are new features that this kit has that the original Katoki version didn't have, and one is of course the Bazooka, which can go under the main gun. So it's like in the ending scene of Part 5 and the beginning scene of Part 6 of the animated series. This is going to be a nice challenge for me because I wanted to know how to do the painting of the gold trim parts, because the detail on this is amazing. But it comes with those gold filaments that you can put on it. I guess gold decals. Clearly I'm not going to use that. I would love to, but no. That one is going to definitely be painted, and I have to figure out how to do this. Whether I have to spray paint everything gold, then mask off the emblems and then respray paint it black, or do I spray paint it black, mask off the black parts, and then spray painted gold? I know there's an easy way. I think the first way was the easy way and the second one was the hard way, or vice versa. I know someone's going to correct me like everyone else does. So here are more detailed photographs of the kit, thruster packs, the gold film markings I mentioned, thrusters. This is really nice. This shield and the blades along the sides. Here's the cannon, which of course is almost the same cannon that was on the Sinanju Stein. I guess some other things that I've noticed yet. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting build. Very interesting. There's going to be a lot of similarities with the Stein, since I guess this kit is derived from the Stein kit as well. So let's open up this kit. This kit is packed with goodies, as you can see. And first thing I'm looking at here is that the gold markings. You really have to have steady hands to apply this on black parts and apply it thoroughly. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But an interesting thing is, look, it has these markings similar to the ones on the V-fin of the Unicorn. Interesting. Didn't know they added this. So you have the first trigger here with the red parts, and then charcoal parts here. Here's the beam effect parts. more charcoal parts as well. Some charcoal parts here, and I see some metallic springs, which I'm assuming this is probably for some umbilicals. And of course this one, reminiscent to the Stein, I remember these parts. Here are the black parts, and as you can see, there's the I don't know if you guys can see that in the light, but there's the markings for the trim. I see markings here, and here, and there. This will be a challenge. Here are the red parts. Obviously the armored parts are going to be different, except for the head. See, I remember the head because that one is reminiscent to, of course, the head on the Stein. Side armored parts could be, but it could be wrong. I know that one's different, and then you have the fin there. But I think that's where it stops, and then of course I'm seeing unique parts, as I'm so used to how the Stein looked. The Stein was very sharp and mechanical in a way, while this one is more curvature and rounded. So more parts for the blades, of course more in the inner frame. There's some more red parts here. There's a lot of red parts. Here are some white parts, of course, especially the fuel tanks and the thruster trim. Yeah, so yeah, because I remembered, I'm not going to paint, of course, this yellow. I'm going to do this white. This is actually going to be a straight color build, as what you see in the box itself. I'm not doing a camo pattern or anything like that. It's going to be a straight color build. Some very, very small yellow parts. Yep. Some clear parts, especially the cockpit. And there's a lot of rings here. Oh, these are for the umbilicals. Yeah. Wow, this is going to be tough. And then more inner frame parts here, followed by this. There's part of the shield. Pull this out. There's some more goodies we will look over. Hold on a second. So the first thing I'm looking at is this. I didn't realize I added more to this. I'm not familiar with it. I don't know if it's the same thing as what I just saw before. I guess this is the trim parts, whether you want to apply it over the other parts and then you don't have to worry about painting it black, while the other one is to be put on after you paint it black. See rub transfers, of course. There's no decal sheet. That's a bit surprising. Okay, so we'll put that to the side. Here's an announcement of the Banshee head, 1/48 scale. I have that. I should build that. I did say that many times, but I haven't had the opportunity. Well, then recently I'm building the other kit, of course. And then, of course, the manual. Beautiful art of the manual, of course. Detail story of the series, the mobile suit, armament and weapons. I see some parts and specs information here. I can imagine that the Katoki manual was a lot better than this, of course. And you know what? Hang on a second. Let me adjust this a bit more. There we go. So we have the parts manual, and I see these parts here that doesn't need to be removed, so I'm going to have to keep in mind on that. I see one part over here that does not need to be removed. Unlike the other kit that I had, there were a few more parts that I didn't really need to have to remove. This is gonna be fairly simple. Okay, so I see the assembly of the body. All this here, followed by the head, then the arms, portion of the upper body, which is the shoulder armor. Then the waist, no, not the waist, excuse me. The assembly of the leg, the foot, and the leg. The foot is going to be, again, reminiscent to what I built before. The leg, of course, as I mentioned. And then you have the split picture, of course, where you see some detailed information. You know, how the kit looks like already built and stuff like that. The color guide. And the color guide if you want to paint the full frontal. Some detailed information on how to detail your kit up a little bit more. Here's them before and after. Then, of course, the assembly of the waist unit, the backpack. Backpack looks pretty simple, unlike the original Stein, which was like very complex. And then, of course, the assembly of the beam rifle, the shield, the bazooka. How to position the weaponry around, and how to hook up the bazooka to the beam rifle. And the last page, of course, is the location of the rope transfer decals. Is that rope transfer decals? Oh. Yeah, rope transfer decals. So, this is what the Sinanju Stein looks like, but even though I'm going to paint it like this, it's going to be a little different. Let me explain.